to the Monday, December 15th meeting, special council meeting of the Pine Bluffs Town Council. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item of business is the approval of the agenda.
Move we approve the agenda as printed.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion?
Is this one we talked about moving the?
If you need to amend that, yes.
Yes. So I would like to move the executive session up to the new business. I make a motion to move.
Do you want me to amend?
I think Dennis just amended it.
Okay, very good.
What is the topic of the executive session?
Well, there is no topic yet, but after one happens, there will be a topic.
Okay.
So
What's the hypothetical topic?
the potential
Okay.
discussion would revolve around the process of how the selection of a replacement for departing mayor would be handled.
Okay.
Do we have a second on that amendment?
I guess I'll second it.
It's been properly moved and seconded to amend the agenda to move the executive session to the second item of new business. Any further discussion?
Can you have an executive session as new business?
Under what?
Can you have an executive session as new business?
Well, it's not as new business, it's
Okay,
just,
just moved up to
yeah,
before visitor comments?
correct.
Okay.
I apologize. Executive session will follow new business. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Now we are back to the original motion on the table, which is the approval of the agenda. We did have a proper second, but we have amended it. Can we have a motion for the amended agenda?
I move that we approve the amended agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the amended agenda. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. We are now on to the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Properly moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. On to new business. Declaration of vacancy for Pine Bluffs Mayor. I'll just take a quick second to thank Mayor Farnstrom for his leadership over the past 4 years. Your absence will not go unnoticed. We wish you luck in your future position as our House District Representative. We'll be cheering you on from the cheap seats and probably begging you for more money in direct distribution.
Do we have to make a motion for this, or?
We will need to accept it, yes.
Do we have a declaration?
Is there,
Like,
well,
is
is
there
there a motion to declare a vacancy?
I move that we declare a vacancy for the mayor of Pine Bluffs.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to declare a vacancy for the mayor of Pine Bluffs. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, so, before we, go into the huddle, I need to correct, attorneys never admit they make a mistake, you know that. They wait for the judge to tell them that. But I did do some further evaluation of what we're looking at here, and I know that it was, my explanation was done in public, and with your grace and understanding, I'd like to expound upon that a little bit so that we get a little better handle on this, okay? There is a statute that is 2218-102. We just followed that. It's incumbent upon the governing body if anyone departs, be it a council person or the mayor, to acknowledge that in a public meeting and declare that there is a vacancy. And you have done that, so that statute, you're right on the money. 15.1.107D provides that a vacancy, and this is unusual, a vacancy in the office of mayor can only be filled by someone who's already been elected to the governing body. So that kind of narrows it down to the four of you, okay? And and to do that, the governing body has to work through the process on their own to decide who will fill that vacancy. The statute 15.1.105 provides that the governing body has a general power of holding executive sessions. The Administrative Procedures Act, 16.4.905, I think it is, talks about executive sessions and provides reasons why they are allowed. And this is where I kind of left off last time. It does provide that an executive session is appropriate when considering the appointment of a public officer. There's a narrow view of that and there's a broader view of that. Last time I took the narrow view of that, which would be the appointed public officer of like Kim or Leanne or the judge or me or the police chief, those offices. However, I broadened the view of that after looking at other statutes and constitutional provisions that repeatedly refer to the office of mayor as a public officer. So, so the question that I was sort of scrambling to come to grips with is what are you doing? Are you appointing a mayor? And if so, is that an appointment of a public officer? And I think that it is. The other question that I kind of dealt with is whether the four of you will be electing a public officer or will you be appointing a public officer? That's a close call. But, I kicked it around with county attorney friend Mark Voss. He struggled with it as well. Recently, the commissioners appointed our mayor. They didn't consider that to be an election in the usual sense. So following in the path that they have plowed, I came to the conclusion that what we were probably, it's fair to say that what you are doing is appointing a new public officer. And for that reason, the statute does provide that an executive session is permissible. It's not mandatory. If there's a motion to go into executive session, remember, you cannot do things there, but you can talk about them. So, and you've done many executive sessions in the past, so you know how that works. So that's where we are. And that's why I think it was a proper thing to do to move the executive session up here earlier in the process so that it sanitizes that if you wish to go into the executive session. I won't say more than that. I mean, there's obviously some finer points to some of these issues that we can talk about and you can question about, but for the benefit of the public and to just, make sure everybody kind of understands what the level playing field looks like, I thought it wise to, to clarify some of those things.
We're not doing the appointment for mayor today, though, correct?
That's something that we should talk about in executive session, is the process and timing,
I know it might make people uncomfortable, but I guess I'd prefer it to be public more than executive session, since we're choosing a mayor for the town. But I understand some of that might need to be discussed in executive, but I guess I tend to lean more towards public for that. If that's what you're asking.
Well, I don't know, was there a motion?
No, we do
No.
not have a motion.
So I'm done, so now you guys, it's up to you guys. Washing my hands of it.
I understand what you're saying. At the same time, I feel that there might be interest from more than one party, and to discuss all the particulars of the pros and cons of one candidate over the other, I would feel more comfortable discussing some of that in executive session.
I would say that I would also like to have more time to talk further with each of the individual council members before moving forward in any decision that I'm a part of. And I'm okay with going into executive session and talking about it. I just don't know how productive it would be, because I'm not completely clear about what I want to decide to do.
Well, I think we don't have to do something today, right? We now know it's an option. We don't have to move forward with an executive session today, right? It sounds like maybe that's the pleasure of the council, is to wait on that.
I think you should entertain a motion. Part of the reason I will try to shed some light on, we have some, not a burning house kind of emergency, but we have real estate closing that's bearing down on us, and the mayor has to sign stuff. We have other things that operationally where we need a mayor. If we end up in a deadlock, I gotta make the rounds of the district court judges and see if I can bribe one of them into giving us a decision on how to dissolve that. And that may take some time. So I really think we need to talk about some of these things now.
So ideally, we would enter to possibly pick a date, talk through some of these nuances. Everyone else, should everyone else need some time to mull it over? No decisions are made today, but we'll just kind of go through these steps, is kind of what you're proposing, correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I'll move to go into executive session.
I'll second it.
Okay, moved and seconded to go into executive session. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? We are now entering executive session.